Check out my new game that I coded myself with my fans. All right, today we're going to be checking out all of the new units that got nerfed in Anime Last Stand. All right, in my next video, I'll show you all the units that got buffed. So let's get it started. So we have this batch of units and then another batch. Let's get it popping. And remember, we're on the road to 1 million subscribers. We're going to be giving away 1 million Robux at that 1 million subscriber mark. We are 91.9% of the year of the way there. We're trying to get there before the end of the year so we can give away that million Robux. So if you guys want in, make sure you guys hit the subscribe button and tell your friends. And next up, we also make sure you guys use star code BLAM whenever buying Robux or premium. It really helps support the channel. All right, so while we do that, let's go do an infinite mode round and let's go check these out. Now, I'm gonna be honest, guys, most of these units are units that you guys have. So I am kind of curious to see how big the nerfs are. Now, I will say they did buff the godlies a lot. So I'll make a video on that. Or actually, I already did make a video on that, but they buffed some other units as well. So this isn't really like they're like nerfing these to make them bad. It's more just like trying to balance them out. So let's go see how balanced they are now. Let's get it. All right, first up, we got Sungjin Woo. Dang, his damage sucks already. Why'd they nerf him? Well, it says right here, guys, they decreased his damage. Now, I think what this means is they decreased the damage on his last passive. I'll show you it later on. Or actually, I can show you right here, guys. 20% chance to collect an enemy soul. Enemy souls for each soul collected gain a permanent 1.01% base damage. So basically, once every 5 kills it's going to increase his damage. And I believe they decreased the total cap on that. So I will gonna go max him out, and I guess we'll kind of see how high he gets. And we'll compare him to some of the other units. And that's going to give us kind of like a good comparison. So just know that mainly his damage is decreased a bit. So that is a bit sad, but it is what it is. All right. All right, we got our farm max. So I'm going to go max out his damage real quick. Or max out his upgrades. I believe he's really cheap too. So this guy is basically infinite mode meta. And I'm going to be honest, guys. I have a max level glitched and max skill tree. And his stats in general are really bad. So I'm not sure why they had to nerf him. He does have this raise ability. Deals 4x Sungjin Woo's damage to enemies in AoE. Cooldown in 45 seconds. That's actually really good. All right. Here we go. Let's go max him out. You guys can kind of see his damage. Now, this will increase, but you guys can kind of see, unfortunately, his damage is very low. And overall, I can't really recommend it, even with that ability. So I would say this one is kind of the more disappointing. Now, if you get him to get enough kills, his damage will get a lot higher. But he hasn't been meta in a while. So it is a little bit sad that he's getting a lot worse. And overall, he's kind of a bad unit now. I might even skip getting him until they announce his new Evo. So hopefully they do like a something new for solo leveling anime coming up soon. All right. Well, next up, let's go check our boy Vegito. So this guy also got a nerf as well. They just said they decreased his damage. So I do have him max level glitched. So let's go see what his damage is. 91.7 million for 9. That definitely does seem a little bit lower than I would like. I am a little bit disappointed with that. I'm not going to cap. 89.3 million now. Dang. Dang, for 9. I'm going to be honest. I don't think that's like meta anymore. Let me get him to hybrid. I don't want to accidentally die. So yeah, I don't know, man. I think this guy just kind of got dunked on. So I think Vegito is no longer on the recommended list. I'm kind of surprised they really like destroyed this dude. This dude used to be like absolutely cracked, remember? So I don't know, man. Everybody say F in the chat for our boy Vegito. He's not like terrible, but like he's hard for me to recommend now. All right, here we go. Next up, we got our boy Apprentice Kai. This guy also got a damage nerf as well. So let's go max him out. All right, 38.1 for 5. No skill tree, max level avatar. All right, so his stats aren't even that great in the first place, but he does gain 2% damage each wave. And now apparently the max is 50%. So even with the max, he's still like nothing too crazy. So he's definitely seems like a little bit worse of a unit. And if we take a look at the document says that they slightly decreased the damage. Okay, so this one is probably a smaller one. So slight damage decrease. Nothing too crazy, I guess. But keep that in mind. All right, next up, we have some of the more major decreases. So let me make this one. This one is get stronger after every 50 kills. So I'm going to go let him get a lot of kills. And I'll show you what his new max stats is. Oh, I got to get this upgrade for like $1 gazillion. And while we're at there, I also get my Broly down, who is based on wave count. So let's go max Broly all the way out as well. So Broly right now, base damage is 28.5, but 3.5 SPA. Not bad at all. I think he's not quite max skill tree though. And remember, he gets 300% cap. Now, I believe they actually lowered that cap. So according to this, they lowered the cap to 150%. So that's actually a pretty substantial nerf on Broly. So let's see what the passive damage percent gain reduced 30% to 10% and removed fear passive. Holy, I'm not gonna lie, that's a big nerf. That's a big nerf. Is he still lightning? Okay, he's still lightning at least. But dang, they removed his fear. So they actually kind of cooked this guy. That actually is kind of an L, man. I didn't know they had to cook him that much. Dang, all right, I'll max him out and we'll see when his damage, finishes increasing. Same with our boy Broly. So I'll give you guys a second and we'll cut ahead, but I just got to get this freaking cash. Oh my gosh. All right, here we go. So I finally got enough cash. So let's go max our boy out and let's see what his damage cap is now. So max stats right here without his passive, pretty decent still with that full AoE. So he still does good DPS, but I want to see what this is going to cap out at now. Right now it's 84.29. Let's see if it actually goes up any higher. I mean, this is actually still good stats. It's not like godly stats. Wait, is he full AoE still or no? Okay, I think he's full AoE, but I can't really see. It's kind of glitching out. Oh yeah, he is full AoE. Okay, 412 total kills, 85.29. All right, let's see whenever this gets to 500. I mean, 450, it should increase a little bit. All right, give it like a few more kills. 85.8, so it's still going up. So let's go wait a little bit, and I think it caps out a lot earlier now. But we'll find out. He also does have a nuke, guys, dealing 80 billion damage. That's actually pretty strong nuke. And reducing boss HP at 10%. Okay. So his nuke is still pretty good. All right, here we go. So this is his capped out stats. 88 million for 3.5. Honestly, still good. But again, the godlies are now a lot better since they buffed them all. This guy's stats are now up to 93.7 for 32.7. I think that's... Okay, 33. It's still going up, though. All right, this might go up for a while, but you guys can kind of get a gist of his stats being a little bit lower now. So keep that in mind. But he does have that nice nuke. Oh my gosh, are we dying already? 1 billion HP? Jeez. All right, let's final judgment. There we go. I don't know if those counted as his kills. Okay, he has 1,000 kills now. I think his damage is still going up, but it's still like maybe like 140 million tops, 130 million. So, I mean, 130 million damage tops. All right, it's still pretty good though. All right, let's go move on to the last two and we'll check out their nerfs. Wait, here we go, guys. Multiplies units damage by 2 and pushes them back with Say and Roar. Okay, that's a pretty cool ability. Okay, so he actually cooks that. Oh yeah, they are getting pushed back. Nice. Okay. I didn't realize that's what Say and Roar did. That puts Broly a little bit higher in my rankings. Not bad at all. All right, now we're gonna go move on to the next set. All right, here we go. Let's get it. Oh man, so apparently they nerfed Jiren as well. So let's go read the announcement of his nerf on the document. Here we go. It says passive nerf from 100% crit damage to 60% crit damage, and his later upgrade damages are nerfed as well. So it looks like he still starts off pretty good, but 1.4x crit chance, 1x if damage is the only unit in range. So now he's at 62.9%. If that's changed, you guys can let me know. All right, let's go get our money unit down, and we'll check out the rest of his upgrades, and we'll check out Nightmare Luffy's. So it looks like they nerfed his later damages, which I don't know if that really affects things too much. He's more of like a macro unit, so his later upgrades matter less, but they still could matter. Oh wait, I need to sell this because I forgot about this thing. His range is pretty crazy too, at least with my current loadout. Let's go get some money real quick. All right, here we go. Let's get it. So upgrade 1, 2. I'll just show you the stats real quick. Let me zoom. You guys can check how the damage has changed. Okay, so these are when the damage really starts to apparently get worse. All right, that's a really small jump. So it looks like these last few upgrades are just really, really tiny jumps. Now meditation, let's see here. Meditate, stopping attacks beginning 20% damage per wave, no cap. Buff is lost after one wave passes, damage resets, cooldown resets per wave. So there's no cap on how OP he can get, guys, with this ability. That's pretty cool. And of course, the raw power as well. So there you go. Those are his new stats. I don't think this is actually that big of a nerf. So it doesn't really affect anything too much. All right, next up, Nightmare Luffy got nerfed as well. Here we go. Nightmare Luffy damage slightly decreased. Okay, well, that's not good that he does that. We'll just do that. I know he's not in range, but in range of somebody, but whatever. All right, here we go. Ultimate Slash. So this is his damage being slightly decreased. He is max level. 19 million for 4. I know he has no skill tree, but dang. I didn't remember him being that bad. What's his passive? Oh, every 30 kills, he gains it max cap 15%. Okay, so it looks like he gets an extra 30% damage and minus 15% SPA and it saves. So there we go. So he's like a rage unit that powers up pretty quickly. But there's his new stats. 5 million DPS right now, though, is definitely on the low side. So there you go, guys. Those are all the nerf units. I don't think any of the nerfs are too massive. I would say the Broly nerf's probably the biggest, as well as the Zamasu fusion. It kind of means I want to use them less in infinite mode. And comment down below if you thought any of the nerfs were bad. And I'll catch you guys in the next one.